live? Are you watching the live coverage?
Yeah.
They're getting ready to read the
They
Johnny
already
Depp.
read it.
Oh, they did?
They're reading it right now.
Well, let me play the thing here. Hold on. Because I might be a second behind because I had one here too. You got to think of the judge who sees. There's that few seconds where they know what's going on.
Mr. Foreperson, is this the verdict of the jury?
Yep, here it goes.
Yes.
All right, is it unanimous?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Jamie?
What are we going to pay attention to after this?
Give it a day.
What am I going to barely pay attention to after this?
In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Mr. Depp's claim against Ms. Heard. 1. As to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition, quote, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that, question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Oh, so they ruled against her.
Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question,
Too bad, she's so foxy.
Defamatory
Amber Heard?
implication was designed and intended
I'm
by
not
Ms. Heard?
trying her in the
Answer, yes. Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven, by clear and convincing evidence, that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes. 2. As to the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled, A Transformative Moment for Women in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition. Quote, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic...
So they're ruling against her
and I
in this.
felt
I mean, that first one was
our
a
culture's wrath for women
one
to
count of
speak
something.
out, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp
So,
proven by a greater weight of
what is she
Hold
going
on,
to
we're
owe
not
him?
there yet.
We're not where?
was made
They're like, yes,
or
yes, yes,
published
against
by
defamation
Ms. Heard?
against her.
Well, they'll get to the
Him.
point where they tell you the money.
They will?
Question, the statement
They
was
have
about
to.
Mr. Depp?
I've never been in court.
Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
I thought this was the judge reading
Question,
this.
due
It's
to
the foreperson, I
circumstances
think. Yeah.
surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Did she say saw it?
Do you find that
Jesus.
Mr. Depp has proven, by clear and convincing evidence, that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Poundcake say that Johnny Depp was going to lose?
Yeah.
3.
I did say
As to
that.
the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled, A Transformative Moment for Women in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against...
It sounds like they keep
sexual
referring to
on.
the same article.
Now,
I don't
my
understand
question
what...
are they going through each juror's answers?
I don't know.
No,
They
they're
had-
going through each count.
But they're talking
No,
about the
it's the
same
exact
article.
same
It's one
questions.
article. Yeah, that's why I'm getting bored of this whole thing. So they're ruling against her.
Yes, they sided with the Johnny Depp.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer,
These are all the
yes.
same questions over and over again.
Has
So they're
Mr.
probably
Depp
having to
proven-
go through every single juror's answers to show that it's all, because they said 1,
They
2,
must, but she
3.
asked if it was unanimous, and they said yes. So
This might just be like
Protocol? Yeah.
The statement
Which
was
is, there's
about
what,
Mr.
7
Depp.
jurors?
Answer, yes.
Now, what do you think the likelihood that the New York Post will use the pun defamation
Oh, boy.
in their headline?
Question. The statement has a
silly not to.
defamatory implication about Mr. Depp. Answer.
Verdict heard
yes.
round the world.
Question. The defamatory
Oh, it's so
implication
stupid.
Was designed
This whole
and
thing.
intended on Ms. Heard.
Oh, it's too
Answer,
bad.
yes.
She's so cute.
Doesn't matter.
Question. Do
Huh?
Doesn't matter.
Who are you talking to? Yeah, it
You.
matters.
Statement.
Just as when, because this is a kind of death, just as when an attractive person dies,
Answer.
it saps a little bit of energy from the
Do you
world.
find that Mr. Depp has proven...
And he's not even there. He's in the UK. He's like zooming in watching.
Why'd he leave?
If he's even watching. Because he wanted to go overseas and play some gigs with Jeff Beck, I think. I don't think he wanted to be here for this.
As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $10 million. As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $5 million.
See, I told you they're going over each one.
Okay.
In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Ms. Heard's claim against Mr.
She don't have no $15 million.
To this statement,
I got to listen to the whole thing?
Yes.
2020
I'm bored.
online edition
I'm
of
lost.
the Daily Mail. Quote, Amber Heard and her friends in the media use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and shield, depending on their needs. They have selected...
I guess they did have all that audio of her, didn't they? Saying nobody will believe you. and
Yeah.
blah, blah. Yeah, okay.
inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you find that Ms. Heard...
Yeah, but isn't the real defamation that that text where he said she had flappy hams or something?
Flappy Fish Market.
Yeah. Man, she should file suit on that alone. This cat called me a flappy fish market. If you've ever stood within 10 feet of Johnny Depp, guy smells like a garbage truck.
Quite simply, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt did not do the trick. The officers came to the penthouses, thoroughly searched and interviewed, and left after seeing...
This isn't even a divorce proceeding. Like, this is how your marriage ends with just, oh,
Spilled a
God.
little wine and roughed the place up. Got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer.
Can't wait till they get back
and
together next
publicist,
year.
And then placed a second call to 911.
You know what,
a
baby?
lot.
Save that $15 million. I'm moving back in, honey. And she's a mom.
Of defamation.
Oh, come on.
Answer.
This poor
yes.
kid.
Has Ms. Heard proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, Mr. Waldman, while acting as an agent for Mr. Depp, made or published the statement? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about...
You know, the weird thing is, too, is that if they ruled in her favor, that would have maybe saved her career. But Johnny Depp would probably be okay professionally no matter how this turned out. That's
Right,
the
but that's
kind of the
not what
effed up
this is
thing,
about.
too. I know, I'm just saying public opinion-wise or whatever.
By clear and convincing evidence.
But this is even
that
better
the
for him.
statement by Mr.
'Cause
Waldman
money.
was
Yeah.
made with actual malice.
How many scarves
Answer,
he can buy
yes.
with $15 million?
It's already
3.
spent.
I was going to say, yeah, that 15 mil is already
27th.
His
earmarked.
Amazon cart is full.
Online edition of the Daily Mail. Quote, we've reached the beginning of the end of Miss Heard's abuse hoax against Johnny Depp. End quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation?
The jury rules against the flappy fish market, Your Honor.
As against John
Oh,
C.
so
Depp-
people are filling in the gaps for me. Thank you. They're referring to different statements that she made in the same article. It sounded all the same to me, the way that they
I
kept
thought
it.
so too.
The second, we the jury award
And they have to
punitive
read it into the court
damages
record.
in the amount of $0.
Oh, she gets none.
Does either side wish to have the jury polled?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Jamie?
What does that mean?
Members of the jury, if this is your verdict, please answer yes. If this is not your verdict, please answer no. Juror number 6. Yes. Juror number 10. Yes. Juror number 15.
Can't go in order.
Juror number 16. Yes. Juror number
What if we found
22.
out that the foreperson can't count straight or something, and we're mocking this person for? I have a condition.
All right. Do you find that the jury's verdict is unanimous? Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your service in this case.
So they basically ruled that she gets no money from him.
And she has to
Should
pay him
$15 million. Well, it could have been a hell of a lot worse than that.
It was supposed to be 50.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, unless it's like a murder case or something, juries will almost never award like what the person asked for, unless they want to make a point, and they'll award way more. But then there's an appeal, and it's blah blah blah.
I always feel bad though, because I always think about in these civil cases, like what if the person was innocent or they were right, but they just couldn't prove it. And then, so you spoke out, you couldn't prove it, and now you have this debt that you have to pay back.
Yeah, but I mean, all the evidence that they both had a lot of evidence, man. She didn't do herself any favors. And
But she has less resources.
Like I said 2 weeks ago, I think that
but her
she
OnlyFans
never, ever thought it was going to get this bad.
Yeah.
She never thought it was going to go to trial again.
Right.
She lied the first
Right.
time and then was like, I'm off, I'm scot-free.
Yep.
And then she wasn't. And now she's like, damn,
She miscalculated.
big time.
But her OnlyFans is about to be popping.
No,
She has an
wants to make-
OnlyFans?
Well, she's going to need one to pay
Yeah.
this money.
Oh, God.
I don't think so. People are going to be ruthless on there.
I was thinking about that last night. We
She still
started
gets their money, though.
Yeah, but you got to read all those comments.
about somebody who, against all evidentiary proceedings or whatever, turns out to be innocent. Did you ever watch The Staircase, the documentary about the author who said that his wife died because she fell down the steps?
No.
It was this French documentary that she died like 20 years ago. This author named Michael Peterson in North Carolina, I think. And they kind of had a blended family. He had a couple kids. She had a couple kids. They had like an adopted whatever. And he said that his wife died by falling down the stairs. But there was tons of blood. Well, there's a documentary years ago that kind of covered this over the course of like a decade and a half. And now HBO Max has the fictionalized version, or it's like Toni Collette plays the wife.
Dramatized,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so it's an all-star cast. And so we started watching this. But even after watching the documentary years ago, I was like, imagine if all of this evidence made it look like you killed your wife. Because they eventually convicted him of killing her. They were like, there's no way she fell. It looks like a bloodbath in there.
Yeah.
No way she fell down the steps. But imagine if all of these things aligned to make you look guilty and you just weren't. Mm-hmm. Talk about being born under a bad sign, man.
Right.
Well, there you
It's
go.
the old Shawshank thing. It looked like he killed his wife in that movie, but he didn't.
They also said, I guess, that Heard got $2 million. Maybe it was too late and we didn't hear it, but they said she got $2 million.
Said $0.
Probably on whatever she was alleging.
One of the counts or whatever.
One of them.
She got $2 million from whom?
From Johnny Depp.
From Depp, but I guess that gets knocked off of her debt. So
Yeah.
you actually owe,
I see.
Yeah, a little coupon there.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Coupon. Good for one guilty verdict.
Use code defamation to get $2 million off your
Defamation.
Yep, Fox
For
already beat you
20%.
to it.
Use the promo code BILL for 20% off Johnny Depp's defamation case. That's pretty wild. So let me ask you this. Did you read about the guy who won $10 million in the lottery and he just got life in prison?
Oh, that sucks.
This is a guy in North Carolina, a guy named Michael Hill. He's mid-50s. And they convicted him of killing his girlfriend, who was considerably younger than him. She was reported missing a couple of years ago. And then they found her dead in a hotel with a gunshot wound in the back of her head. He won $10 million in 2017. And he's going to prison now for the rest of his life. No parole. A, how much money do you think he has left? And B, if he's got a lot of it left, because he won in 2017.
Mm-hmm. $10 mil.
$10 million taxed. So let's
you're really
say
talking
6,
six.
5.5,
Yeah.
right? He could easily have blown through that in this amount of time.
For sure.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. You think he's got any left?
I mean, if you know you're going into jail, you probably want to have a little bit of a nest egg, but
For what?
But you're not getting out.
You're going in for life. Spend
yeah, but
it.
you still
You'll be set up for commissary.
Yeah,
for life.
commissary. That's what I'm saying. Like you want that much, but
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, she got $2 million in
Compensatory damages.
compensatory damages,
Yeah.
but $0 in punitive.
Punitive damages.
What's the what does that mean?
Compensatory is like punitive is when it's like punishment money, kind of, and then compensatory is I think for fees and things
Fees
like
and
that.
lawyers and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
making up for.
so then she
what
still owes
lost.
him $13 million.
Yeah, the gross thing too is that there were all kinds of like right-wing websites that spent tons of money on Facebook and Instagram with like anti-Amber Heard ads.
Yeah.
So they did not get their money's worth
That's what I'm talking about, man.
because it was probably going to go this way anyway. But yeah, they spent a lot of money on like pro Johnny Depp, anti Amber Heard stuff. That will have nothing to do with how the jury made a decision. But
that's
still
what I'm talking
pretty
about.
wild.
There's a certain percentage of people that will just support Johnny because he is an actor and he's a male, and that's all they need to know. Like the woman's automatically lying.
Yeah, but there's
she's a woman.
But there's men and women. That's the uphill battle that women have too. Is that women hate other women? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Guys are dicks to them, and other women hate them.
Yeah, and that sucks. I don't
Especially
like
a hot young thing like Amber Heard.
You keep saying how hot she is.
She is.
She's hot. She's super
It's not
hot.
Mayim Bialik up there. It's Amber Heard.
Some hot young thing is so sad that she's in debt now. Why don't you go donate some money?
I mean, young compared to him. She's almost 40, but still.
Hot young thing like Amber
Yeah,
Heard.
she's cute. She's lovely. So what if she's crazy?
She broke.
This should have, well,
She broke. She need money.
what do you think her net worth is, Poundcake? You're
2.5.
Mr. Net Worth.
I already looked it up.
Oh, you did?
2.5.
$2.5 million. That's what I'm
That's
saying,
sad.
man. She doesn't have any
Again,
$15 million.
I don't know how much we can
She's got to
trust
pay her
those
lawyers.
That's
She's
a
got,
luxury car.
well, no, online net worth is always way inflated, though. That's
Yeah.
never right. So if it says $2 million,
She bit off more than she could chew. Wait, but what happened to the $7 million she sued Johnny for? That ain't even included in her net worth?
I don't know.
She sued him for $7 million like a few years ago. She blew through all that.
Already says that
No, she didn't sue him for $7 million. That was her divorce settlement.
No.
And she said
In
there was
the-
another 7?
The UK, I didn't know that was her divorce settlement. I thought that was what she won in the UK case.
She won $7 million in her divorce settlement, and then she said that she donated all of it to charity, $3.5 million to 2 different charities. But that's what Johnny Depp's lawyer was really hammering hard on her, because Amber was saying, yes, I pledged it all. And
didn't deliver it. though.
right, and his lawyer was like, did you donate it? And she goes, yes, I did. And they went back and forth about the difference between pledging and donating. So she pledged it and never fulfilled it, so she lied about donating that money.
I pledge that I will think about donating it.
Johnny Depp's over in England. He's been sitting in with Jeff Beck. He was singing Hendrix last night. Kate Moss is back. Remember he used to date Kate Moss? She's backstage cheering him on. He's having a great time.
It's alright, she said it's alright.
That's him?
Yeah.
Take anything you want from me.
Lil Wing, if you know you Jimi Hendrix. Amber Heard's plans are already to leave Los Angeles and buy a home in the California desert.
How?
She's
You're out
got to go.
15 mil.
She's got to go all the way to the desert. Well,
She probably has a wealthy benefactor.
people have not even a benefactor. I mean, people have money. It's not like she's going to pay Johnny Depp and she's going to look in her checking account and there's $36 in it. I mean,
Maybe.
you have investments, you have things like that. I don't
And you pay
know.
it over time. It's just like any other debt. We look at each other like, we don't know how we're going to pay the student loan debt.
not
She's
touching
like,
it.
I don't know how I'm going to pay this Johnny Depp debt.
Right.
She'd be like, all right, well,
Except instead of it being $400 a month that gets taken out of your account, it's $400,000 a month.
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I just had to pay. Johnny got us in the hole.
She's going to move out to Joshua Tree with her daughter. Yeah, I would want to get the hell out of Los Angeles, too, if I was her. I'd be like, I don't want people looking at me. And
Can't go to the grocery store without people say, it's the turd.
But that's what I'm saying is even the
You
turd.
know, people are so rude.
Even if she had won, people would still be dicks to her because they had their mind made up that she was full of crap
Right.
until she took
There's
that.
like
I
you
think
said,
everybody
there's
should
no
mind
winners.
their business.
I
It's
agree.
It
Here
has
we
nothing
go.
to do with us.
That's right.
It's just a little lover spat.
not my circus,
Yeah.
not my monkeys, as my Nana used to say.
Exactly.
I never called her Nana until just now.
I wish I cared more about this kind of stuff, but I really couldn't care less.
I feel bad for both of them.
I do too. This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks. Especially when you don't really know how they truly felt about one another, but when it's someone you loved and then it blows up like this and you're just like,
They're both beating each other up.
Yeah.
Like they're throwing bottles at each other and oh God.
and then to have the whole thing televised, and that's just so much.
Alan Poundcake was 100% wrong. I don't want to hear his opinions anymore. Oh God. Well, I mean, that's just...
Cody.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Hey,
Nobody
I was with
wants
Poundcake.
that.
I thought it was going to go that way too, but also I knew nothing about the trial. Like
Right.
I've learned most of what I know about the trial today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not watched anything.
I've watched a lot of it actually.
So if she pledged those, what you mentioned, she goes, they kind of got her because she goes, well, I pledged this money.
Right.
Didn't donate it to him.
She said she was not able to fulfill her commitment.
That's what I was going to say. But she's not legally bound to that. Is there like a letter of intent when it comes to like
That's
that level of
essentially
charity
what you
donation?
sign. It's I think a letter of intent, but she was saying I pledged it and I was unable to fulfill it because Mr. Depp sued me.
Gotcha.
So she was saying I had every intention of doing
Extenuating
it.
circumstances.
But then this guy sued me and I had to pay for legal fees, so I can't do it.
Yeah. Stephen Canton wants to know how she'll get past this Johnny debt. Listen, we all knew he would be fine no matter how it went, and we all knew she would not no matter how it went.
I'm surprised they let him miss this.
I don't think you have to be there for the verdict.
Yeah, your lawyer. You just have to have representation.
Counsel. His legal team was there.
He's not.
He's playing guitar with Jeff Beck.
I mean,
if it was a criminal
suit,
suit,
you know.
Yeah, if it was a criminal suit, he'd have to be there. But
would you rather sit in a courtroom with rings on your fingers and wearing scarves, or would you rather be wearing them rings and wearing those scarves and playing Jimi Hendrix on stage at Nebworth or wherever he was?
You think he's walking around like, I'm a $15 million richer?
He's never going to see that money. And he knows he's not going to see that money. This was just a stick it to her, get it on the record, publicly and in the court of law that I won. That was all he wanted.
Yep.
He's not going to be climbing up her tree for $15 million.
Do they have any kids together, or they each brought separate kids?
He's got grown kids.
Yeah.
She has a little daughter. I got a break here. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app from wherever, you can always leave us messages there on the talkback button, 35192 if you want to text for something, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7